biggest and greatest thanks goes to you, because I don't take it for granted that you spend your very precious lifetime with me every morning, right before before the market opens. And yeah, I'm appreciated a lot that you spend your lifetime with me. Second, my thanks goes to Admirals and my lovely backup. Nastia, wonderful good morning. And thanks to Admirals that we can do this every morning. And maybe to my listening people in Thailand, Sawadee and wonderful good morning to my maybe second home in the future. Let's see what the future have or will bring to us. Okay, so we stream this show on YouTube at the same time. In case you will watch the show again later, then you will find a button in the right corner. You can click on it and subscribe the channel so you don't miss an episode from this morning briefing show or from Jens or Paul, my lovely colleagues in trading here in this wonderful project. You can give us a like if you want. You can leave a comment below the single video and I will come back to you with an answer. So also the chat is open. Wonderful good morning, Barry on YouTube. I can see this chat. Old C relaxation, good morning also. And of course to everybody here on Zoom. So let's share my screen and let me fix that I can see the chat. Wonderful, great. So in Zoom, Pere, wonderful good morning. Mike, Sawadee Khap. Tina, good morning. Ian, good morning. Rainer, good morning. Ivo, Anslan, wonderful good morning. Nice to have you here. Hartmut also. I'm happy to have you here. Auguste, good morning on YouTube. So what's the top news this morning? Canada renews central bank's inflation targeting mandate. We had the rate decision last week. Then Pfizer to buy Arena Pharmaceuticals at for 6.7 billion value. And yeah, that's we talked about yesterday. And of course, here stocks to rise and investors' eye Fed decision this week. Tomorrow, you know, we have the big rate decision of the Federal Reserve. So Afterpay shareholders approve all script takeover by Block Incorporation. Then, yeah, this one, and yeah, that's the top news of the shares. And what do we expect today? It's a calm day. We just only expect the statistical bulletin this morning. Kurt, wonderful good morning here on Zoom also. Okay, so it's going to be a calm day today, so I can invite you to our Telegram channel of Admirals. And here you see what our German guys are doing recently. So they planted a new generation of trees to help the existing forest remain climate stable in the future. And this is what they are doing, and it's really, really lovely, really, really cool stuff. And I'm really happy that they are doing this. And you see, really, really awesome. Great, great stuff. So let's say thank you. And if you want to be on top and if you want to be always be informed, then I would recommend that you follow in Telegram the Admirals channel here, and then you will never miss any interesting topic. So let's switch to our charts. And we start, as always, with Ananya. Oh my gosh, nice to have you back here. Very good morning to you. I hope you're doing good. I missed you so much recently. I hope you're doing good. Okay, so let's go to DAX 10 minutes. So yesterday, it was a very interesting day. So yesterday, you see, we had this open trade and we explained, so with the big move, the correction was over and the main trend was continuing to the upper side. So I was able to trail my stop to the last 0.3. And as I said, I want to train you not to intervene into the running trends. So what you can do in MetaTrader, you can open a contrary position in case we have a contrary trend. Unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately, the price didn't go higher, so we were not able to trail the stop into the profit. And this is the point why we should make partial profits, that in the worst case, what we experienced yesterday, we have a kind of zero gain, but we don't lose money. That's the point. So, but the point yesterday we saw with the beginning or with the opening of the US market, we saw a sharply drop down in the prices. So there were a new downtrend, which was the correction at this time. But with this small correction, there was a possibility to open the trade, for my part, stupidly, exactly at this situation. I was in a meeting. All the time I was staring at the chart and I was waiting for the stupid correction. And then when the stupid correction was there, I was in a meeting. Oh my gosh. Said, thank you, great market. I love you so much. Yeah, I really love you so much. So, however, it was not possible. So in case you did it, now you have a main trend which is facing downwards. So in case you had the chance to make partial profits, your stop loss should be trailed exactly here at this point 3. But the correction of this main trend now is running upwards, which means this is the green trend, and the green trend is facing upwards with the first move, correction, second move, second trend arm, which brought me to the idea to open the position here again, stop loss below the last 0.3, and I'm waiting to a close above my last 0.2 to make a partial profit and then to ride the trend. Let's see what happened. But it's still actually the correction, yeah? Still the correction, which means the main trend is always able to continue to the lower side. So, but therefore I have my stop loss here, and I always have the probability on my side that the secondary trend arm has a much higher, way higher probability to continue than any later trend arm. So this is why I always looked on my entry at a second trend arm. So for a very good thing is that you have a look at the normal candles at this way, you know, that we can see clearly when we have a close above the last 0.2. Yeah, and here, this is the last 0.2. So the moment you have a close above this, partial profits, that you are safe with this trade, because the strategy means from the correction, close above the last 0.2, then your job is done. Then we can say literal to the market, now lovely market, now it's your job. What do you give me with the next trend on? So it's your job. My job is done when we have a close above the last 0.2. So that's about tax 10 minutes. Yeah, you can follow me for the rest of the day in our free live trading room on Traders Yard. Watch the show from yesterday. There was the link, by the way, in it. So which pair are you showing now? This is the DAX 10 minutes, DAX 40 German index in 10 minutes, by the way. Okay. So now let's go to our focus charts, and we start with, still Euro USD in 4-hourly chart. Well, actually, there is nothing to do. You see, we are still in a correction. It's still the uptrend. Yeah, it's still the uptrend. And you can see in the chart that we made a profitable trade here with the second trend arm, partial profits. I trailed the stop. Do not lose money. Actually, it's still the third trend arm, and this trend will break here because there was no close there, so the trend is still valid. And as only two things can happen, you know, first, trend continuation with close above the last 0.2, or a trend break. Everything what happens between 0.2 and 0.3, it's just a correction. This so-called sideways phase does not exist. So then GBP USD, it's still a kind of uptrend right now. Let's see, make it a little bit bigger. So, okay. It looks like we have a new trend. Yeah, it looks like we have a new trend. So waiting for this balance candle and maybe then a position on the way up to this next point two. Be careful, just manage it with your money management, because on Thursday this week, we expect the minutes or the decision of the BOE Bank of England. So this could bring a lot of volatility, maybe the days before or exactly on Thursday. So therefore, be carefully with this. We can open a trade, maybe we can set a pending order here, and but be careful with this. Okay, manage with maybe small money, then you can hold it out. Then you don't care about the the decision of the BOE, by the way. So then we have the gold chart. Yeah, it's kind of tricky. So by the way, that's the first trend arm. So that was the second one. Therefore, we open a position here to speculate on the trend continuation, which was a kind of trend continuation. Yeah. So we are still in the third trend arm, and actually we are circling around anytime at the point of control. But here you can see what I used to say. The moment you have a close above the last point two is the moment you should make partial profits. Yeah, partial profits if you have a close, and then it's easier to let it run the trend, because you know this is now the last point two, and only two things can happen: trend continuation or trend break. You feel better and you can handle it more or more easier if you have partial profit and you have money on the side. It's a profitable trade already. And then you have just a small stop loss with your money. And then you can ride the trend as long as it rides, by the way. So only two things always must happen: trend break or trend continuation. So therefore, I've forgotten because I was not at the place. So therefore I trailed my stop closer. Yeah, but I don't enter in the third trend arm. So, but if you want, it's still the third trend arm. You can open a position on the way up if you want. I don't do it. So then let's go to DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart. So in 4-hourly chart, we have this trend actually. So first trend arm, and here we are in a second trend arm right now. So there is no trend continuation, and that's the point 3 on the lower side, point 2. And you know, always only trend break here or trend continuation at the point 2. So actually we are on the second trend arm. We have to speculate on this trend continuation. So actually now there is maybe we see a new balance candle now at 11 o'clock German time, by the way. And then you can open a position or a little bit higher, because there is the point of control. It's always a kind of difficult that the point of control is a kind of resist, because a lot of sellers and buyers are waiting there. So maybe it's a good thing to open a position close to the last point 2 to speculating on the trend, on the breakout to the point 2. This is, I guess, in this chart, the better idea. So, and let's see Bitcoin. Yeah, to be honest, the uptrend is not longer valid. So why is this? You know, the main trend is facing upwards, by the way, but we had a corrective uptrend. and this is this, and here actually is the last 0.3, and we see closes. Yeah, we see closing prices there, so we have a trend break, which means actually the big downtrend continues maybe to the lower side. So just wait. If we see a new trend, because the main trend, downtrend is way too old, and now the corrective uptrend is broken for the moment. So just we have to wait for the next chance, by the way. Okay, so before we go to Dow Jones, this is one of the running trades, and we have the rest of the running trades. Let's see about my question for today. And my question for today is called, is volume trading the Holy Grail? I have 3 answers for you. Yes, it is. Volume trading, it's the Holy Grail. Oh, you say, no, of course not. Or maybe you say, I know because I've followed Markus for a long time now. There is no Holy Grail in trading. So what do you think? Is volume trading? Because actually, if you see online, YouTube, Facebook, there's a lot of advertisement with volume trading, volume trading, volume trading. So this brought me to the idea to ask you, is volume trading the so-called Holy Grail, the ultimate Holy Grail? You only can make money with it. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Or you say, come on, guys, there is no Holy Grail in trading. Yeah. So what's your opinion about this? Private opinion. And I switched to Dow Jones because we opened a trade there. And actually, we have a wonderful trade running there. And this is the trend. First trend arm. Second trend arm, we open a position with a close above the last 0.2. We sold half of the position, no, 75%, because I'm trading away from point of control. And now we are in the third trend arm, close to the point stop loss. Yeah, but I don't intervene. Yeah, I want to train you not to intervene. We don't know what will happen on the right side of the chart. We cannot control it. We only have the probabilities that a trend continuation in the third trend arm is also a probability of around 64.21%. So just let it go. We don't know. And it's always a frustrating thing if you get out not at the 0.3 where your stop loss is placed. Also, you get out about your interpretation. Oh my gosh, the price is going so deep. I have to go out right now before they catch my stop loss. Did you ever make this experience that after you get out or you closed your trade, the trend was continuing without you? Another trend arm, and the next trend arm, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. I make this experience so often. And why is it? About my interpretation. Instead of let the market doing its job, I interpret. And I said, no, before they get my stop loss, I go out. And I want to train you, because this is what I have learned about my mentors and what I teach you in this trading online course. There's a special offer next weekend about Christmas. You save 500 euros, by the way. Instead of 1,400, you get it for 799. So this is what I have learned in my mentors in asset management trading with big money. Because, you know, I'm a trader for the asset management in bond traders. And there I can handle a much way bigger money. And there I have learned to let it go. Because with much money, with really huge money, it's not necessary and it's not possible to jump in and out because it creates a lot of costs. So there I have learned to sit on my hands until that market works. So, and this is what I want to train you even in next year to bring our account back into profit. And this is only possible if you let it go. And this we want to train. If we get out, it's a zero game. We don't lose money because we sold 75% of my position, but also let the market doing its job. This is what we have to do. Oh, by the way, just have a look at DAX 10 minutes. Yeah. Let's see if we have a close very soon. So let's keep an eye on it. Okay. So running trades, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, same. The trend is there. Trend is there. Second trend arm, entry, close above the lowest point 2, selling 50% because I'm on the way back to the point of control. I have a little bit more probabilities. Yeah, stop loss is actually below the last point 3 because there is no trend continuation at this point 2. If I will see a trend continuation, then I can trade my stop to the next point 3, which is here at 0.9871. Euro British pound, still running. But here we have to a little bit carefully because, so this is the trend. That's the trend, the main trend. Yeah, that's the main trend, reaching point of control. Here we are in a valid trend, but now we have to confess that there is now a secondary trend. We saw here the second trend arm in a correction, yeah, which means if we will see that the price is going down, yeah, we have to open a position here in the opposite direction because it's still a second trend arm and it's an old uptrend, yeah? And the main trend will break here at the last point 3. So keep an eye on it. Don't intervene. Don't close this trade, this main trend, because this main trend will break just here. Yeah. But if you see the correction is going deeper, then open a position in the opposite direction here, close, trading plan, close. If we have a position, we have a close below the last point 2, and then let's let it run. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, still going up. We just let it go. Euro, Canadian dollar. Yeah, just let it go. It's in profit. We are back and the trend is working. We sold half the position and we trailed a stop with the 0.3 all the time. And Euro Japanese yen is also running. It's still in the correction, still open a position, stop loss below the last 0.3. So actually there is nothing to do for the moment. So that's the running trades. What's new trading ideas? The same like yesterday. So US dollar, Japanese yen. It's, yeah, still tricky. We are trading away from point of control, actually. So the main trend is still facing downwards. But this actually is the long trend. So, and still idea to open a position here close to the last 0.2 to speculating on the trend continuation here. So keep an eye on it, please. British pound, Canadian dollar. Yeah, it's way too late. Yeah, it's way too late. And yeah, there are no more trading ideas for today because this is also over. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. It's much way too late already. Euro, Swiss franc. Now it's not a trend, therefore it's still on the list. And Euro, New Zealand dollar. It's yeah, we are waiting for a bit of correction right now, yeah, because this is the trend. move, correction, move. You're just waiting for a bit of correction and then open the trade here at the point 2. So I have a quick advice for you today. And I saw in the survey, you know, after every show, you get a survey that you see that you can type in what you want to hear from me, what I want to train you, what you think I should train you. So, and there was one interesting question last days, recently. How can I control myself by opening a trade, by sticking to the rules? And I give you the same advice my teacher gave me way years ago, because we traders, we always close to step into the trap to staring into the charts. You know, you always sit in front of your screens and you're staring into your charts, which means you're always close to step into this trap, not to lose the overview about everything. So here's a quick advice. Come into body action. So let's make the situation, you sit in front of the screen and you think you have a chance. You think there is an idea. Yeah, the rules are there. You know, valid trend, young trend, or maybe not, a correction deeper than 38, and the balance candle. So now you think, oh, there is the idea. And now, just a quick advice. Before you push the button, do this. Get up. There where you are, get up, go away, go around, just a little bit, make exercises, just a little bit exercises, just go a little bit, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 40 seconds, do something else, something different, body action. Yeah? Then come back, then have a look at the end. And if you see exactly the same in this moment, check the rules again, all rules, check your money management, and then push the button. Because this kind of body distraction is a kind of distraction for your mind, not to staring, not to fall into the chart. So get up, come in body action, go a little bit around, 30 seconds, and then come back and then check it again. And if you see it in the same way, then let's do it. Because sometimes this kind of distraction of yourself is enough to have a different look at the chart again. Maybe this could be advice. And maybe it's the same for female traders and male traders. Female traders are, to be honest, and this is a result of my coachings, they are way better than male traders. You know why? Female traders don't have this fight with the big ego. Okay, female traders have a little bit different issues with trading because they are looking for beauty. And this is what we have to do as male traders do also. A chart has to look very beautiful, you know? And as a male traders, you always fight with your ego. Oh, I am the big one, you know, I am the big one. I see, my opinion is. Female traders don't have this. Yeah, they look at the chart, they do what I say. When I coach, for example, male traders, they always fight with me all the time, like I did with my teacher, by the way. Yeah, but this, I can do this one, but yeah, I believe you, Marcus, but maybe we can do this. And yeah, let's do it. Yeah, do whatever you want. You get your own result. If I teach a female trader, they say, yes, Marcus, I do this. There is no discussion. So, and this is what we have to learn from our female traders. Stop discussing. Do what you have to do. And this is the better way. Yeah. So maybe that's enough advices for you today. I wish you a wonderful and lovely day. And as always, have courage and be kind, and may the force of the rules be with you. See you.